Welcome viewers back to Phoenix Point, where we pick up from last time, where the A-Team, along with Aphid aboard the Masked Manicore, were able to jump on the back of the Behemoth and destroy it once and for all, ending the festering skies. They're going to head all the way back to Phoenix Avionics for some R&R, as that is our nearest hospital. Meanwhile, we do have several ships now dedicated to trading, although the Scout, having a hibernation pod, is going to head back to Phoenix Avionics. The Scout is going to join up with the Chariot and become a team with them. That is the C team. They were originally picking up one of their members. Crystal Chance Lynn. Chance we accidentally sent to South America for training. She's back now. The C team is just about ready to start joining us on missions. They are also heading to Phoenix Avionics for a rendezvous where they hopefully remember to pick up the other members of the team who are waiting there. They also have to head down to Symes Memorial and pick up Cricket, another Espedo we have waiting there. The other flights we have going on are Carrier, carrying Scooby here. Carrier is actually going to head to Phoenix Logistics B, along with the B team, who should be heading there as well. Although where they are now is anybody's guess. I guess we're going to have to look in here. There they are. Yep, they're heading to Phoenix Logistics B to rendezvous. And after that, I think the Man Who Would Be Pirate King is our next target mission. That is, I believe, the diplomacy mission for the Synedrian Council. Indeed. Once we do that, we should become aligned with them. We also have a mission waiting for us with the Disciples of Anu, but there's still no route this direction. We are waiting for satellite uplink at Phoenix Alpha to complete. I believe that's this one, with over almost 2 days left in its construction. Once that's constructed, hopefully we can find a route. Right now there is no route to this Anu mission. That's pretty much everything. We're just waiting for vehicles to arrive at trades. For instance, here, where we're going to trade food for tech. Food for tech there. Because it's a Synedrian outpost, we're kind of low on tech. We need it. We're also going to send the gift over to Synedrian as much as we can, while Tenuous, I think we're also going to send you to Synedrian. Let's get our tech up before we start trading anything else. We really want to trade materials and food for tech to get a tech backlog, and then we can send them over to trade with New Jericho. While that's happening, the only real viable mission for us right now is the Pirate King, so let's see if we can get there. I guess it makes sense to look at research. We're still researching Yogothian entity. That's going to happen in 20 hours. We'd have the Fenrir RC7 queued. I don't think we'll be needing that now that the skies are clear. Instead, we are going to jump on the shared technology with New Jericho. Incendiary technology is the only real interesting one for us. We're also going to check our manufacturing queue. We have a few things I want to make. Notably, a bunch of grenades. We did just make a bunch of Yggdrasil grenades. We're also going to make a few more purification grenades just to have a stockpile. I think we've made a couple. Nope, we haven't made any, so we have 3 in queue. Let's get that up to maybe 10 in queue. And then I'd also like to throw the, what is it, Virophage sniper rifle. We need one of these for testing. But we also made a Hawk discovery recently. While this sniper rifle isn't that great, it does have a lower action point cost than the other sniper rifles, so it's a bit less damage, but I think this gives us the opportunity to do a few more shots per turn or to shoot and run. So we will be testing that out. Pretty sure that's it for now. We have some containment. We can harvest mutagens from this Arthron for 90 there, and this Siren for 115. The rest of these we're just keeping around for the looks. It's nice to have at least one of each of these guys so I don't forget who our enemies are. Our Air Force is a reasonable size now. We're going to want an additional hibernation pod on the masked manticore once it arrives, so let's put one of those. Actually, it looked like we have one waiting around, so I don't think we need to build another one. We're not really going to need the weapons on these unless we do get attacked by one of the 3 main factions, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. I think we did need to send this guy somewhere, so we'll send him here. And we will complete these trades while we wait for the B team to arrive at their destination. This is a food or materials for tech. I think we're going materials in this case. And then, let's see, we have a lot of tech. We need to trade for materials. That's tenuous. Yeah, you can head over here to the New Jericho sites where they are happy to trade for materials. Gift arriving in Sanhedrian Camp Leilu Chiba. They will trade for tech. Materials for tech seems like a reasonable trade there. Running pretty low on materials now, plenty of tech. We're going to have to revisit this. This is a food for tech site, so we'll go there next. That is the scout arriving. Scout personnel. Scout is going to be the C team's main conveyance. So right now we're waiting for Chariot to arrive here. But there are a couple people just standing by Phoenix Avionics waiting, so we'll put Psylocke and Zaris aboard the Scout. And maybe we'll send it over to pick up Cricket. Will it have enough room? I think so. We'll send Scout to pick up Cricket, and then we'll come back and rendezvous with the other team arriving there. We're starting to complete some productions. We have a recruit available. I don't think we need to pick up any new recruits right now, although it's finally an assault, so now that we don't need it, we're getting assaults again. This is a trade. We'll trade here food for tech. And we're done with our tech trades. This is pretty much our only group of Sanhedrian that has useful tech trades on the map. It's just not a lot of Sanhedrian in this world. Maybe we have another cluster down here we can uncover eventually. But the main problem is Sanhedrian really got battered badly by the Behemoth early on. There are a couple far away sites. Like these guys have a tiny bit of tech we could go pick up for materials there, and I just saw another one. Yeah, here's another one maybe. So there's a couple in the Americas we could go trade for if it gets desperate. But for now, I think we're going to go pick up some food from Anu with this guy, and it looks like there's some right there. We should be able to trade tech for food. Carrier has arrived. Carrier is just going to wait for the rendezvous. Those guys shouldn't be too far behind, unless I really screwed that up. Where are they? Yeah, I did screw that up there. They shouldn't be heading that way. They should be heading down here. Alright, that means I should walk through and see what I didn't screw up. So that is the gift. They're fine. Inaccessible is now fine. Scout is heading down to Simon's Memorial to pick up Cricket. Tenuous, they're fine. They're trading. Carrier, you're fine. Chariot. Chariot was heading here to rendezvous with Cricket, or with C Team. They'll head down here also. Unless there's training at Phoenix Avionics. There's no training here. So I guess they'll just make that trip. Alright, that's Masked Manticore arriving. They're doing R&R, so we're going to wait for them to heal. Proceeding with trades. This is going to be food, or tech for food. Dropping our tech down a little bit. We do need some more manufacturing trades. Maybe one more tech for food trade. And then Tenuous should be getting us some materials. Yeah, there we go. We're starting to balance out again. Let's do this little circle. Maybe send you down here to get some more tech. Who else stopped? I think we're just stopped because Masked Manticore is resting. There's a mist repeller coming up at Haven Peter Abrahams. Interesting. I'm not sure where that is. Tech for materials is a good trade here, though. And one more of those should do it. Getting a lot of fire grenades to complete it. This is an arrival at Symes Memorial. The scout is arriving there. At Symes Memorial, Scout has 2 people on board, and there is an Aspida waiting here. They're going to pick up. And then I suppose what we're going to do is send you all back to... Actually, maybe we send you all down here and you do these missions while the C team goes... You do these explorations while the C team goes and examines what's in Madagascar. That feels right. Alternatively, we send you up here and you explore the Asian subcontinent. We might also plan on uncovering Phoenix Storage 2. There's another couple bases we could get. There's also Phoenix Charlie, although we have no route here, so that'll be a while. And I believe the other ones are in Antarctica. Also not really the best bet, but we have a route to it at least. And Phoenix Foxtrot here. None of those really have anything we desperately need. The other thing we should be doing is checking our manufacturing queue, maybe throw a couple more archaeology probes in there. Maybe 2 for now is probably enough. Back to the scout. Make sure we are sending you back. I think we're going to send you... We're going to send you down here. Let's go down there and let's have the whole team rendezvous with you down there in the chariot. Trading materials, or 4 materials with tech. That's the last of those 3 trades, right? No, we missed this one for some reason. We're burning through those purification grades. 1 more, and then we'll start on the Gungnir. Meanwhile, let's pick up some food for tech. Bringing our tech low, but otherwise we're doing pretty well here. Is there any other place where we can get tech from Sanhedrian? Not really. So I think you're going to hold and maybe start bouncing between these Sanhedrian sites to see if we can get anything from them, while Tenuous does the long haul for us down to the other 2 Sanhedrian sites. This is a tech for materials trade. That's probably our last one. Our tech is now a little bit above where we started. Our materials and food are substantially above. Plus we manufactured a bunch of stuff. So Tenuous, you're going to take a long haul down here to Adrian Mitchell. Pretty sure this has stuff for trade. It's not destroyed, yeah. And then we're really just waiting for a rendezvous here. These should be depleted. Food for tech is not too bad. Well, that's actually quite a bit. It means we'll want to pick up some more food. What about here? Are these regenerating that quickly? This is a materials for tech trade. They have picked up a lot of tech, so we're making a good cycle here where we're going to end up with profits if we just keep cycling through here. Maybe Tenuous didn't actually have to go all the way. In fact, let's stop you and make sure... Where'd you go? There you go. Let's send you to this this New Jericho place here. Make sure I have the right one selected. I'll send you to New Jericho instead.
Research complete.
Alright, we did finish the Yogothian entity. Our analysis of the antediluvian texts, combined with the knowledge gathered by the Phoenix Project over the course of the last century, has forced us to acknowledge a shocking truth. The war against Earth is being waged by an alien entity. This being of unimaginable age and power is located on Yuggoth, the 9th planet of our solar system. What? Yuggoth's orbit is highly elliptical, coming close to Earth once every 17,000 years. When it does, Yuggoth expels meteorites carrying various iterations of the Pandora virus, a bioweapon intended to radically transform the Earth's ecosystem to the advantage of the Yuggothian entity. The entity communicates with its creatures via some form of quasi-telepathic signal. Evidence suggests that some human beings are sensitive to these transmissions, explaining the occurrence of the name Yuggoth and various variations thereof in the works of artists such as H.P. Lovecraft, Virginia Gutierrez, John Blair's, Ralph Pabodie, and many others. Here's a list of authors to go read if you like the background of Phoenix Point, I guess. This presumably represents an earlier, less powerful expression of the phenomenon we have termed oneric delirium. We have concluded that the ultimate purpose of the entity is to create the ecological conditions that will allow it to come to Earth, and have hypothesized the existence of the Yuggothian receptacle, a clone or replica to which the entity will transfer its consciousness. We believe the Pandorans are already in the process of accumulating biomass and genetic material for this purpose. Alright, he's coming.
Finally, we knew our enemy. The Pandora virus was only a tool. It was the hand that wielded it that truly mattered. The creature we came to call the Yugothian entity. It was old, perhaps older than the solar system itself. On Yuggoth, the 9th planet, it lay waiting. For thousands of years, it slept in the outer darkness. But when Yuggoth's orbit approached the Earth, it expelled the seeds of our destruction. Its mind reached out, haunting our dreams, infesting our stories. Its ultimate purpose was to transform our world into its own, to recreate whatever long-lost abyss it had come from. Its creatures were already assembling a new body it could inhabit. And when they were done, when the Yugothian entity came to Earth, nothing could stand in its way.
Know thy enemy. Finally, we have revealed the true enemy behind the Pandora virus, the Yugothian entity. For New Jericho, this is excellent news. Finally, a proper war with clear sides, and they know which side they're on. There's no more time for traitors or accommodationists. For a Sinedrian, it's now a question of philosophy. Do they want to seize the Master's tools and transform the world, or destroy this cosmic hierarchy and let things take their own course? The answer will have to be reached democratically. The Disciples of Enu have no official statement on any parallels between the Yugothian entity and their dead god. The liturgy of the divine flesh draws close, and they have more important things to focus on than the ravings of those trapped in the ideologies of the old world. That made all the various factions hate each other more. New Jericho hates Disciples of Anu and Sinedrian. Disciples of Anu hates New Jericho. Sinedrian, they're neutral still. Interesting. That did not, as far as I know, unlock any new research. Doesn't look that way. Which is sort of surprising. I thought that would immediately lead to something else, but maybe we need an additional level of diplomacy first. Anyhow, down here we're waiting for people to arrive. Looks like we have 4 ships coming down this way. That's as expected. I don't think any trades are in progress that we are stopped for. Nope. I think maybe this happens first though. No, that is Scout arriving. So Scout's here. We're still waiting for Chariot and Inaccessible, so nothing to do yet. Back here we have a trade where hopefully we can pick up some more attack for food. Yeah, we're getting a little lower than I like there, but we'll immediately send you back to trade with Anu Havens. Starting with this one, they have food, right? Yeah, they have a little. We'll head back that way. And over here we're going to pick up materials for tech. Okay, we're sitting pretty with our materials again. I guess we're close enough that we should do this materials for tech trade here. The Gungnir production is complete. Great. We're going to trade for some food here. Tech for food. I'd like to keep food above 1,000. It just makes me feel more comfortable. But, you know, as long as it doesn't get too low, we're going to be fine. Let's go pick up some more food with this guy. We'll head all the way over to this Anu Haven. I'm just going to have the gift kind of keep doing a loop around this area, I think. It seems to be a profitable trade sector for us. Over on this side, we're really just waiting for Inaccessible, and here, Nest Manticore, it looks like one more person, who's this Takeshi, is still doing some healing. That's the Chariot arriving. Let's go ahead and arrange this how we want it to be. So, Chariot is going to be the vehicle carrying Cricket. So let's move what we can to Scout, and we'll move Cricket back, if we can, to Chariot. And the rest of these should go on Scout as well. There we go. So Cricket on Chariot. The rest of the team, it's a little too big, so I'm guessing it's going to be Armis who sits out most of the other missions, just because I'm not really convinced that a tech is going to be that valuable to us, but we'll see. 2 snipers, maybe one of the snipers sits out. I definitely want the 2 assaults and the heavy, so we'll see what proves more valuable. They, as a team, are going to start exploring, so they're immediately going here. Chariot and Scout will start explorations, keeping together in case they get ambushed.
Research complete.
We did finish New Jericho's incendiary technology. We'll have to start a new research here, a new type of biofuel. Yeah, it turns out we already knew how to make all this stuff, so that was sort of a waste, but now New Jericho knows how to make it too. We're out of research. So all of the research we have left is just New Jericho research. I guess we want armor piercing technology next. And that's really the only thing interesting that they have for us. And I'm not even sure how interesting it is. But we'll put armor piercing on first, and we will follow that up with technician development. And we'll probably put combat training, armadillo, and fuel tank, as well as Fenrir in there just to get them off the queue. But it's only these top 2 that are really interesting at all to us right now. We'll start exploration here. Trading here for tech. We're going to trade food for tech, dropping our food down considerably. Our tech is pretty high, so we're going to use that to pick up some materials at these local New Jericho sites. Tech for materials is a good trade here. Groove Scout, fully healed and rested. Here is a trade. We'll now send you back up the coast, I guess, to just maybe complete a circle here. We'll just wander through the circles. We can skip these New Jerichos that have their own tech sources already, but we'll go to this one. We are going to go take a peep at the Scout. Scout here is fully healed. That's great. We're still waiting for the Inaccessible to arrive. I think what this tells me is I sent the wrong people out. So the Scout was supposed to be... Oh, the Scout's here. Wait, didn't it just say the crew of the Scout was fully rested? Oh, it was probably the hibernation pod telling us that. What I thought it was telling us was Masked Manticore. Yeah, these people are not fully healed yet. So we'll continue until we get further there. Somewhere we're making a medical bay. That's interesting. Picking up trade for food. This is tech for food. That makes me a little more comfortable when our food is going up. Oh, looks like we're actually out of food there, so we're not going to do that trade. Let's move to this one instead. And we do have a new Pandoran intelligence report. Summary here is a Chiron Agni and a Chiron Fuji. The Chiron Agni species classification C Alpha, a large bug-like Pandoran species that has evolved to act as a mobile artillery unit. The specimen has the ability to launch fireworms for long distances, but it's defenseless at close range. So up to now, I guess we've only seen poison worm Chirons. This one isn't that new, it's just got fireworms instead. Ammo capacity 15. So I think maybe, does that mean it can fire 3 15 times, or it can fire 3 5 times? I think it's 3 5 times. The other one is, ooh, an armored Chiron. Look at that, they finally putting armor on the legs, because we've been shooting legs off of these guys. The Chiron Fuji, C Alpha H classification, a variation of the Chiron that has grown chitin armor on its limbs for protection. Yeah, that looks dangerous. A lot bigger. The specimen's legs have mutated to allow close combat attacks, mostly for defense, in addition to its ability to launch fireworms at long distances. Okay, it has dangerous, heavy legs. Interesting. So that's a Chiron that we want to take out from a distance if possible. Maybe some fire. Kill it with fire. Speaking of fire, we are going to manufacture a flamethrower now that we have the archaeology probes going here. Never made a flamethrower. It's about time we had a couple of those. Believe these are weapons for our heavies, so hopefully we'll have enough. Let's make one for now. Is there anything else we'd like to make? Well, yeah, we'd love to make the Matic of the Ancients and the other ancient weapons, but we're going to have to do some extra missions before we get there. Let's take a look at South Africa and see how close we are to arrival. Really close. Okay, so Inaccessible is here. They're ready to go. They're actually going to start heading toward the man who would be Pirate King, along with Carrier. Carrier's going to bring Scooby along with them. And I think that's fine, right? They didn't need to pick anything up at there. No, they have their hibernation pod. We're all good. Let's continue this. Alright, we do have a soldier rescue option here. It's a night mission. Threat level extreme. This is a good start for our D team if we need it. Yeah, unexpectedly, it looks like Armis is going to get some action early. Night mission. This may be dangerous for this team. They're all pretty weak. Cricket, the Aspida Cricket may help them. We can't send all 9, so we're going to leave think we're gonna leave Armus behind this first time. I just don't see a role for you, really, Armus, on our missions. Is that true, or should we leave Sven behind? Let's leave Sven behind, just because Armus is actually more survivable than Sven. Sven's looking a little weak. We'll deploy like this, but first let's take a look at these units, make sure they're doing great, starting with Sabrina. Sabrina here, we do have 600 points to spend to bring these up to speed. She's 3rd level. We'll probably get... She's actually looking pretty decent, except for carrying 2 medikits is sort of a waste. Your ammo, your armor sucks. Yeah, we're gonna have to upgrade. Let's get you some actual Phoenix gear instead of the terrible bandit gear you start with. Yeah. We scrap those. We can scrap this ammo as well. We're going to give you a Iconoclast, no, a Deimos ARL. That does need some ammo, so we'll get you a couple of those. You're not really going to be good enough to equip a Neuraiser. There's also... well, I guess we'll carry one. You do have the encumbrance, but let's also give you just a regular grenade. We'll actually make sure we have a couple more of these queued. Because I think we're going to be low on grenades for this team. So, Psylocke, our newest assault member. Could also give the rest of the team Virophage grenades. That might not be a terrible idea. We haven't really seen how these work, so let's actually start you off with Virophage. We'll put that in your hand. Sven, you have 4 points. We're going to skip you for now. You do have extreme focus. That's not a bad idea, but we'll let you train up before we spend points on you. We are bringing Armus. Oh, that reminds me. Here, we can give you a Blast Res Vest. We don't have any more of the Mind Shield things, but we'll try to remember to put those in the queue as well. Not really sure they help that much. What do these do again? Psychic resistance. Psychic damage values are halved, yeah. So, we're not really running into anything that has done any kind of psychic damage. The closest we've really gotten is mind control. I assume the Siren has some kind of psychic attack, but we haven't seen it yet. Whatever, you're bringing an explosive grenade, your new Jericho Gauss PDW, and an energy pack for your arms. Because your arms are a shock attack and a heal, but only with 5 shots, so you have extra ammo for that. No points to spend on you yet. Lydia, Warlock, you have terrible gear. We're gonna give you some Phoenix Point gear. Hopefully we have a whole set here. Banshee armor, that seems reasonable, although I don't think those legs go. There you go. Let's actually give you a matched set. There you go. That's looking a lot better. Your pistol is terrible. Your gun is a Viara. It's also terrible. We should probably just scrap those weapons, honestly. What we will give you is the new Virophage sniper rifle, or... No, we're going to give you a Pythagoras. We'll give the Virophage to someone who might have a better time wielding it. We'll give you the Hephaestus pistol, though. Is it Hephaestus we want to give you? Probably the wrong pistol. We'd really rather give you a stun pistol, but this'll do. And can't hurt to throw a grenade on you. Alright, Rico. Yep, you're styling in that armor, but the weapon I'm not so certain about. That is a Deceptor, so it's okay. You also do have a flamethrower, so I was wrong. We don't actually need a flamethrower in the queue. you're encumbered here, so I'm going to bump up your strength even though you don't have the points. Let's maybe bump it twice, because I would like you to eventually be able to wield something else, like maybe this, but in fact, yeah, let's put that on you now. Maybe give you another strength point so you can carry some ammo for it. It costs 40 points to get you up to the point where you might be useful. I do like the flamer, and you're kind of going to be versatile. Hopefully we didn't... Yeah, you have jump, so I think that's everybody. No, Crystal. Chance. Right, you're with these guys too, so we've already outfitted you. Carrying a Nurazer. You don't have any grenades though. Let's not give you the flame grenade. Let's give you the Yggdrasil grenade, and we'll put that in your hand. So I think that's everybody. Yes, we're leaving Sven behind, and let's deploy you and see if we can find a bunch of D-team guys, or you know, maybe you guys just step in, get scared, and run. Who knows? And while the mission loads, I do like to take this opportunity to say thanks for watching, and if you're enjoying this video, consider clicking that like button. If you want to see more of these videos, consider clicking subscribe, joining the channel, and I hope you get to see lots of these, I guess. So, thanks. Alright, here we are. We do have, I believe this is Cricket's first mission. We see an Arthron right off the bat. It's a nice wide open ruin map. We're going to send Cricket out as a scout as usual. Oof, it does look like there's not a lot of places that Cricket can use to get past here. I wonder if we can even get anywhere. It might just be one of those missions where you're a backfielder. Does seem like the way is blocked here for no apparent reason. That's annoying. Well, I guess you'll hang back and offer healing to anybody who needs it. What about the rest of the team? This is Chance's first mission. She does have dash. What are we looking at in terms of this Arthron that we can see? This guy is a Scourge Alpha. Wow, that's a interesting one. He's got return of fire, a grenade launcher, and a machine gun. I'm guessing we can get a sniper to see him. Yes, we could also probably shoot at him from here with Emily. She's actually going to run up and check what her chances are with the flamethrower. Flamethrower looks like it shoots in a cone and it would hit him. I like it. Let's do it. Very, very nice. I love to see it. It didn't take off any limbs, but there's a good chance he kills himself next turn if we can't take him out with a snipe. Over here we're looking at a quick aim and a step away, so we'll try that. Let's take a look at the shot first. Okay, she probably doesn't have to step away. It does look like we're going to be able to kill him, but yeah, we'll still use the quick aim just so she can get out of the doorway just in case something else comes around. And look at that. That is C-Team's first kill. Well done. Well done, Warlock. Proud of you. Alright, hop behind that door so you don't get shot at. I suspected there's another Arthron. That's a shield bearer. Also appears to have a spitter head. We'll hold you there for now. Sabrina. I think we could get you over here with an Overwatch.
Target located.
Second Arthron. So that's actually starting to look like a good grenade target. Let's hit
Here I am. Let's do
here
this.
and let's see what your grenade chances look like. Unfortunately, a little far. Should have dashed you. Regardless, let's throw this grenade just to see what it does, because we've never used a Yggdrasil grenade. No idea what virophage damage is going to do, but I do like how much damage it does to those guys. I was hoping for a cloud. Yeah, look at that. 50 bleed on a grenade, plus everything disabled. Loving it. We have another operative here who can probably dash and do the same thing to the other Arthron. If you get a double dash in, I think you'll have a grenade you can throw. I never checked to see if... yeah, there's no corruption here, so there might be a Chiron, but there's no Acheron to worry about. I think if you step here, you should get a grenade shot on the other one. Might be a waste to throw an Yggdrasil at an Arthron, but... yeah, that feels good. Okay, our technician here. Technician's gonna take some high ground. Not really sure. Maybe if we get something in vision up here, we'll do something else, but I think you're just gonna take high ground and see if you can see anything. Nothing visible yet.
Rolling.
Still nothing new. Just
On my way.
pausing because you're seeing the same guys. Okay, nothing there. Look at that. There's all the troops we're looking for. Let's actually hop you down and get you closer to those guys. Cricket. Sorry, you're going to be useless this mission, it looks like. So we're ending turn there. One Arthron still has a spitter, so he's getting a little closer. Ooh, and there's a siren coming. That's bad news, maybe. That's where we should have really saved the Yggdrasils for. Do you have a mind control? Luckily we have a bunch of people backing her up. So maybe not the end of the world. But that's always the risk. Okay, we do have a Triton with some kind of assault rifle firing at the squad we're here to rescue, and another Brute Alpha. I think that guy is, yeah, right next to our technician. Siren is the obvious and immediate threat. Psylocke, do you have a shot on the Siren from here without hurting your buddy? Yeah, and it's a headshot. I like it. Let's do it. Okay, 2 of those should be enough to take its head out, I hope. Yep. Nice. So no more mind control, plus our mind control is freed on Crystal. Emily, loving the idea of flaming that thing. You get pretty close, and I think that would mean we'd still have a chance to shoot it from everybody else. And if I move you here, you might be able to hit both of them with a flame shot. Let's try that.
Rolling.
Yeah, look at that. Double flame hit. I am liking fire weapons. Hellion's burning and bleeding. Still has a lot of ways to do us harm, so not out of the woods there. This Arthron's done for, though. We could get a shot here with a quick aim.
I'll be right there.
Probably should have looked at the shot first.
Targeting.
Oof. Yeah, these are not... This is not great. We're gonna take some damage.
Enemy hit.
Okay, this thing is burning 40. What does burning mean? Applied to each body part at the start of the turn, subtracting armor. It's got a lot of armor, so it's not going to take a lot of fire damage. But I believe it also stacks fire damage if it moves through fire. So there's a chance it just kills itself. Although, yeah, there's no fire in front of it, unfortunately. We're going to take a step back. Armas. I think your best bet is to try to get over here and unlock these guys, although that is going to make you a target of the Triton.
Catch me if you can.
These guys are immediately available, which is fantastic. This sniper gets a couple quick aim shots, actually. Probably should have checked that it could see anyone, but it does have 2 targets, one there, one way over there. That one's not worth it. Let's fire at this guy.
Ready to fire.
And it's a brute alpha. We can take out its spitterhead. And with our second quick aim, we should be able to take it completely down. Very nice. We also found a bandit assault who can go over here and rescue these 2 heavies. Ooh, good timing. There is a mindfragger right behind them.
Looking for an angle.
Alright, that does give us 2 bandit heavies to deal some overwatches, hopefully. We'll get an overwatch over here. It's probably going to be useless because that Triton is capable of shooting from where it's
I can
at.
make a difference.
But maybe if we run at him with another heavy, we'll be able to scare him out of his spot. Over here, let's move Aphid. No, Cricket. We're going to move Cricket over to run some interference for this Siren and to do any healing that might be necessary. For now, though, not much Cricket's doing for us in this mission. Alright, there's two visible enemies left. They're thinking long enough that there might be more than just these 2. That Siren just ran over to whoever this is. I'm not familiar enough with the names of the new team.
No!
And that's the Triton being a jerk. Plenty of shots there. Ooh, and a second Siren. That's not what we bargained for, really. Alright, we can get a heal off here, so we'll start there. And Psylocke here is pissed. Fully healed, but pissed. Not really willing to try to stun this or capture this.
Hostile injured but alive. For now.
She basically killed it. That thing does not survive through next turn, so we're going to start moving over toward the actual action. In fact, the best way to do that is probably get in the vehicle. And we'll move you with the Aspida next turn. We can actually do that with just one. Aspida's only got room for one person, so we'll get you out of here. Yep, that team up there is in danger from the Siren. The rest of this team is going to try to get over there to the point where they can help. Maybe a snipe from up top would be helpful. Oh, I was worried that she was going to run through the fire to do that. Let's come back to you people and move these ones first. Crystal. I think if you run to here, it's a safe run, right? Yep. Although, maybe smarter to stay up top, so we'll send you there.
To waste.
Oh, and she accidentally ran through the willpower recover. I like that.
Receiving.
And then, Emily, you might as well do a jet jump for us. All as far as you can. And we're gonna run you forward as fast as you can move. Okay, this group. We have two targets here. One is a very dangerous looking siren. I have a grenade. Do any of these have anything useful? Not really. And
Make a difference.
very likely you can make a difference, but also very likely you're going to get mind controlled. So I think we're gonna pull back.
Let's make this
Pull back to
happen.
here. Let's try to get an overwatch on that thing. We will double that overwatch up. Nothing really visible, unfortunately. Maybe just gonna put all guns on that siren. This is not a good position to overwatch from, so I guess, yeah, you're just gonna have to run. Let's get you around back here.
I'm on the move.
Actually badly damaged. We should have sent you to try to get healed. This bandit assault, you're gonna storm the Triton. Quite possibly get killed by the siren.
In.
And Armis. I'm not sure. You have 2 points. We could probably throw a grenade. Let's put your grenade in hand so we get a better idea of where you can move. If you move here, I think you'll get a grenade shot, but it might be too far.
Let's do this.
Yeah, that seems possible. Let's try. Okay, we got some legs. We damaged its gun, which is a Yat, but it's still in the game. One siren down. A new Arthron that just looks like a spitter and shield. And another one, spitter and shield. Ooh, that one's really close to us. Sort of foolishly. Alright, one Overwatch is wasted. Yeah, these guns are useless. 2 Overwatch wasted. It does do a Psychic Scream to drain Will. That's okay. We have a lot of Will over here. And then the Footpad is going to come in and do a disabling attack on us. Okay, this time we're going to start with these guys over here. Armis is going to open fire. Yeah, there's a regeneration torso here, but I think if we just shoot there, that's our best chance. And you can take a lot of shots with that thing. That's kind of the advantage of these guys.
Ready to fight.
They do have a lot of shots, although their weapon spread is pretty bad.
Aim.
Alright, the rest of these guys, what are we doing? This one here,
Ready. Sort of.
not this one. Well, let's charge and shoot it at as point blank as we can manage. We're completely out of will, so these guns are terrible. What else we got? Emily. Emily could jet jump to get closer. A little bit of bleeding there. We do have a sniper here. I think we're going to try.
Looks dangerous.
We're going to try to take out the Arthron. Of course, our friend's in the way, so let's get our friend to move first. Okay, we do have a Our best chance actually is probably to take a couple shots at Screaming Head here. So let's use your will. You only have one. You're only going to get one fast shot here. So we'll take one shot at its head and run you out of the way. Complete miss. And let's get you out of there.
Okay.
Meanwhile, your heavy friend can unload point blank into this Arthron, hopefully killing it. Okay, yeah, those things aren't too terrible if you're point blank, otherwise they're pretty bad weapons all around. We do have a bunch of people here, so we didn't actually do anything with Emily yet. She really wants to get closer with her flamethrower, and I think jumping is the right way to do that. Let's come from this angle. One point left. She's just going to jump into cover for now. Cricket. Cricket can move all the way to here and let her cargo out. I think that's kind of what we're going to do. Maybe run here, turn around. Actually, the cargo comes out of the front on these things, doesn't it? So yeah, run all the way. And inside Cricket, we have Psylocke. She can hop out for 2 action points. And she has some will points she can use to dash. Might as well get rid of these will points now because the Siren's just going to scream them away. Can double dash up here this turn. I'm quite a bit concerned actually that we're just going to lose Cricket here because there's no exit. Maybe Cricket can come around this side. That's what we'll try to do next turn with it. Okay, Lydia, you see that guy. I think we're just going to ignore it for now. What's your shot on the Siren look like? Yeah, that's not the greatest shot. Maybe you will shoot at this guy. You can take a pinch route there. So let's do a quick aim here. And hopefully we'll knock off a pincher and then you can still move. Or you could miss and do your best. Those flames are spreading. Didn't think they'd last this long, honestly. Crystal, Chance, we'll try to call you Chance. You can do a couple dashes, so let's double dash you to get you closer.
I'll keep going.
Thank you, but I don't think your shot is going to be very valuable here.
Hope I don't miss.
Alright, we managed to do some damage, but yeah, it's not looking great. This bandit, I guess you're wounded, too wounded to really help, so you're going to run and try to rendezvous with Cricket before you bleed out. And we'll see who this Siren takes over. Oof, 40 bleed. Ouch. Okay, who was that? That was Emily. Emily does have the flamethrower. I think she... Hold on. Emily. Emily has flamethrower. She also has medkit. She could use both of those. Probably wise to use the medkit first. She doesn't really like being here because it's blocking line of sight for everyone else. On the other hand, the question is, yeah, she can't use the rifle, so she's really gonna have to use the flamer. I guess that Seems like a reasonable shot. 101 damage. It didn't like that. Chose the wrong target. Currently burning 40. Still fully armed and operational. Armis. Armis can get up and point blank that thing, so we'll do that. That'll give her 2 shots.
Moving to coordinates.
Give him 2 shots.
Identifying target.
We can take out the head, hopefully. No, it doesn't. It has too much armor. Your shots on the tail would help the most, I think. Would be nice to get it in the head, but you're just gonna kill it, looks like. There we go. Okay, the rest of you start heading toward the exit, although before we do that, let's
Channel open.
let's take a shot at this guy. We will use quick aim just so you can make some progress.
Acquiring target.
And question is, Spitter or Pincher? Both of them are pretty threatening. We'll do Pincher first. I think we have a med kit here. It does cost 1 action point to get it out, though. But if we move here and use it, that will save this bandit, I'm pretty sure. And then our bandit
standing
friend...
by.
Our bandit friend is just going to run for the exit, turns out.
Do I have cover?
Shoot, I thought that... forgot that you wouldn't be able to shoot. Over here, this looks like a reasonable shot. Don't think we have any grenades left. Nope. So you're just going to shoot from there.
Targeting.
And should be able to kill it. Okay, fantastic. Everybody else can start running toward the exits. Cricket, we're really hoping that you can get through these flames, although it's possible it's obstructed. And then I don't know what we're going to do with you. Oh, good. You can get through the flames. I don't think you take fire damage, but I'm not willing to bet my life on it. Yes, good. Bandit heavy, you're just gonna stream for the exit. Hopefully we don't see anybody on the way there. Biggest wound is this bandit sniper. Maybe we should head you toward Cricket.
Moving as fast as I can.
And that's everyone's move. Pandorans hopefully get some reinforcements, otherwise we're out of here. Yeah, there's an Arthron coming from behind. I think we'll be able to outrun it. Oof. These guys are in the fire. Yikes.
I was born ready. Rolling.
Okay, you are not on fire. Good, so let's heal. Hopefully that puts the flames out. Does it? It doesn't shoot. Okay. So heal doesn't get rid of flames. We should have... Let's make sure you're far away from the fire. Fire spreads. It's dangerous.
5 by 5.
Emily, you're on fire, but you're not in fire. So hopefully that fire goes out soon. The rest of you, let's just keep following up.
Ready to fire.
It's not worth taking that shot, so you're just gonna run.
Making haste.
Cricket is coming around. Maybe we'll be able to give that sniper a heal before we're out of here. maximum environmental destruction. Bandit. Bandit assault can actually head toward the exit. Bandit heavy is almost there.
Moving as fast as I can.
And Bandit Sniper may have a shot. Nope. Okay, Sniper, you're actually going to head this way to get as close as possible to Cricket without running through fire. And we have our first exit. Okay, it looks like everybody's
What's the plan?
done. So let's end the turn there. It's interesting that we got a flash of independent movement there. That kind of implies that there's another one that we forgot to rescue. Okay, that Arthron was no fool. He's not leaving his shield behind. Let's bring Cricket around. If we get to here, we can bring the Sniper to you, maybe. Although, I think healing takes 3, so never mind. Let's actually get you right here and roundabout way. We'll get this. We'll get the Sniper
Ready.
to get closer.
Moving out.
And hopefully we don't get engulfed in flame. Okay, everybody else, keep heading to the exits.
Here goes.
Show off. Okay, Cricket, you're staying there. Bandit, you're staying there. We do have 2 targets moving in. There is an Arthron. He's gonna run through the fire, isn't he? I hope so. He's thinking about it. That would have been fun. And the other one's also an Arthron. Good. Okay, this one also gets up to the edge of the fire. Okay, first step here, we are gonna do the heal. Full restore. Might take a bit of damage on the Cricket because of that, but I think everybody else gets out.
Ready to roll. I'll be right there.
Heading out.
Running.
Yeah, we're gonna take a couple points of damage to Cricket because of our heal. I don't think they'll both reach it, but maybe. Yeah, just 15 damage. I think he's blocking the path for his buddy, so I don't think we're going to take 2 hits. Oh, I'm wrong. It's going to be 2 hits. Ooh, and that one was a lot harder. So 61 damage total, but oof. And you're blocked. Okay, well that is unexpected. Can you zap these guys in 1 turn? You're gonna have to do 18 zap damage. I think you might be able to zap them both. And that was an Acheron that came on board. Interesting. If we zap here, why can't we zap you? Hold on. Really? And we can't just... The pathing for the vehicles is kind of annoying. Didn't think we'd be blocked from the exit there. He's immediately calling reinforcements because that's what Acherons do. He's probably going to shoot goo at us and destroy the cricket now. Yep, this is bad news. Cricket's gooed for a few turns unexpectedly. Luckily, if any of these guys get close, they're going to get zapped, but we're going to be gooed for at least 3 turns. While reinforcements come in, so there's a good chance we lose the cricket here, unfortunately. Luckily we can paralyze these guys, no problem, but that's all we're going to be able to do for the next few turns. Just very bad luck that we got an Acheron when we did. He's calling more reinforcements. Hopefully he doesn't goo us again, though I guess it's conceivable. Could also just do some acid to him, damage to himself and to the cricket. No big deal. Cricket is not able to move, so it's just going to keep zapping this Arthron. Might as well get this guy really paralyzed, right? This goo will wear off in one more turn, I think. And take a little bit more damage before then, it looks like. Nope, he just pulled up his shield, great. Ooh, a Scourge is always dangerous. That guy's got a grenade launcher. Could shred some armor and start doing some real damage to cricket. This guy is spitting out the acid, which damages all of his friends, but also damaging our armor quite a bit. And a marksman coming in. Alright, cricket, how many more turns of this goo on you? Doesn't tell us how long it's going to last. We're just waiting for the goo to decay. Can't do anything, so we will zap. Wish goo was damaged by acid, that would be helpful. He's thinking. Okay, Brute Alpha is gonna strike us. That'll hurt. Our goo is gone. That's good. Hopefully the Arthron or the Acheron doesn't fire more goo at us. Otherwise, it could just be a painful watch as cricket gets killed. Oof, that was 3 out of 42 damage from one sniper shot. Jeez, that was a bit much. 10 will for resurrect. And 2 for a jump. He's got to be out of will by now. But I think cricket does make it out next turn. Unless he doesn't. That's annoying. Okay, cricket makes it close to out. I guess we want to go here. We can at least zap this, but yeah, we're definitely losing cricket. There's almost no way out of this now. Just for some reason there's no path here. There should be a path. It looks like the only path is now going to be around this. I guess that's where we're going next, although feels like it's death if we go there. Let's zap this guy while we're here. And then we're gonna have to start pathing around all these rocks. Hopefully there's a way. It feels like we should just be able to drive over those little rocks though. Triton Ghoul Alpha is going for a point blank strike. We only have a couple of hit points left on cricket. Cricket's going down. I wonder if we'll still get these as captures. Hard to tell. 3 paralyzed at the end, but it was at loss of cricket. That's too bad. We'll miss you, cricket. Your one mission. Oh well, here's a free Aspida that we picked up a while ago. 10 points in the skill pool, a couple of level ups. It wasn't a terrible mission. I think we also picked up 4 new operatives. Yeah, rescued 4 soldiers. I'm a bit disappointed at the loss of Cricket, but you know that from the beginning that mission it was just the wrong place for the Aspida to be. Okay, we did pick up 4 soldiers, and it looks like we did get credit for capturing 2 Arthrons and a Triton. That is a complete D team, in fact, that we now have. We used a lot of grenades, 201. We're not going to... There's no reason to replenish the AR magazine, but I guess it's really cheap. There's a reason. That's pretty much the reason you stick with these, is because they are very, very cheap. All the rest of this stuff, super expensive. We're going to have to sort equipment soon. But we have plenty of left for now. Okay, that's where we're going to leave this episode. We did manage to rescue a bunch of new operatives, so we are up to 20. With 5 people per team plus a vehicle, that's enough for 4 groups. But now we're going to need 2 new vehicles. We'll have to arrange that next time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Phoenix Point. Don't forget to click the like button, and if you want to see more of these, subscribe to the channel and click that alert icon. I'd love to see you coming back. Until then, this has been Corknut. Bye bye for now.